And now.
Hello, first graders. It's Mrs. Mann. You just watched a video about animals and how animals have almost like superpowers that help them get their food and help them survive. So animals were all made with some kind of special body parts or special ability to survive, to keep safe from their predators, and to get food. So in the video, you watched a couple different kinds of birds get their food. Some of them have pointy beaks to help them get their food. Some of them have the ability to scoop down and get their food out of the water. I saw a chameleon with a sticky tongue that he shot out to get his food. I saw a fish squirt water into the air to knock a bug out of the air. It was the coolest thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to do Mystery Doug's experiment, but we aren't going to have to use Mystery Doug's materials. Okay, that's why the directions to this assignment said stop. Don't do the experiment yet until you see Mrs. Mann's video. So, step one, you need to decide what your animal's going to eat. Now, Mystery Doug had little pieces of straws and beans. You might not have that in your house. So what I did was I went to my cabinet and I went to see what I had in my house. I didn't have any beans, but I did have some rice, and I did have some chocolate chips, and I did have some granola. So I mixed all that stuff up, right, Mr. Mann? Mixed all the stuff up. And I mix it up really, 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 really good. And that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna decide what your animal's gonna eat, and you're gonna mix it up really, really, really good. Okay, you may just have Fruit Loops, and that's all you have. You may have some Fruit Loops and some Cheerios, and you can mix that up. You might not have anything in your cabinet that you can use, or maybe you have like marshmallows and little bitty crackers or something, okay? But maybe you don't have anything in your cabinet to use, but you have Legos. You can use yet Legos. And maybe your animal only wants to eat the red Legos and nothing else. Or maybe you have beads that you like to make necklaces with, but your animal only wants to eat the pink ones and nothing else, okay? So step one, find out what you're going to feed your animal. Step two, you need to invent some sort of body parts or some sort of thing that will help you get your food. But you have to decide what your animal's favorite food is. So Mrs. Mann has decided that the Mann family's favorite food is chocolate chips. I probably didn't have to make that decision by myself. If they walked in and saw rice and craisins and chocolate chips, the whole Mann family would pick the chocolate chips. So we're going to make this a little game. And I asked Jackson,
Okay.
who is my 12-year-old son and is taller than me. And I asked Mr. Mann, who's behind the camera, but he's going to get a turn too, to determine how they were going to pick up their food. And we're going to make this a little game. Okay, so each one of the Mann fam people, Gracie's not home, but we'll make her do that next week. Each person gets 30 seconds to figure out how to get the most chocolate chips into their mouth. Now, you might decide that you've got beads or Legos. Obviously, you don't want to put that in your mouth, okay? But you have to decide what it is that you want to eat. So if you have, like I said, if you have beads, you only want to eat the pink ones. If you have Legos, you only want to eat the red ones. If you have marshmallows and crackers, maybe you only want to eat the crackers. But you have to mix them up and see how well you can get to the favorite food, okay? So Jackson doesn't want to eat any of the rice. He doesn't want to eat any of the granola, none of the craisins. Okay.
Although the craisins are kind of better than what they serve at school lunch in my school.
Okay. So he's going to get 30 seconds. He decided, wait a minute, tell him why did you decide to use a straw?
Because you can just suck them out.
What animal is that like?
Oh, the hummingbird.
Is hummingbird?
Eats nectar and stuff.
With a long beak like a straw. Bees do that too.
Oh, yeah. That one's on their butt.
That made this totally worth it.
All right. Let's see how many, you have to count. Let's see how many chocolate chips or bugs, we'll call them bugs, Jackson get with his beak. Ready? Hey, Google. Don't, you're cheating.
What? I'm
Google.
preparing.
So, that's called cheating. Hey, Google, start timer for 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Starting now.
Okay.
Clogged your beak.
Stuck.
Can't use your finger.
All right.
7.
7. He got 7 bugs in 30 seconds.
And one's stuck in the straw.
Okay, Google.
All right.
Cancel timer.
Now, I was trying to figure out what.
That's just-
Did that just go on the floor?
I don't know. I'll look for it later. I was trying to figure out what I would use for my beak, and I was like, oh, that looks like a duck beak. It's a chip clip. So I thought maybe I'll use that. But if I tried to do that, it's kind of wide and it's sort of hard to pick up. So that's another thing you have to see. Remember, each animal has a special animal part, and it usually has to do with what they like to eat. So this wouldn't be a very good beak, this big long thing, to pick up just the chocolate chips. Okay, so Jackson's beak was far better than this one because of the shape of the beak. All right, so think about that. Mr. Man, are you ready
Ready for what?
for your turn? Mr. Man decided that he wanted his beak to be better.
Well, Mr. Man wasn't really told the rules, so.
All right.
In fact, Mr. Man was having just a calling virtual golf outing.
It's because I don't watch the news anymore.
Mr. Man was playing the, what is that?
PS4.
The PS4. I never remember if it's a Nintendo or an Atari. All right.
Have Atari.
All right.
That'd
Okay.
be really cool.
Here we go. Ready? Hey, Google. Oh, hold on. Tell them about your beak. You weren't very creative with your beak.
Yeah, this is really bad.
You just reached something out of the drawer.
I'm an extinct bird. Okay.
All right. Let's.
This man and Miss Moore will explain extinction
He's a
because you're going to
failed
see why it's
All
happening.
right.
He's
So
a
let's
failed
see how
pass.
many bugs he can get
No.
in 30 seconds.
Because of my beak, wouldn't I just go with a bigger bug?
No, you were
I mean, why are you picking my bug?
because we all decided that we were going to pick chocolate chips. So we're experimenting with the shape and size of our beaks. So first graders, if you use a beak that doesn't work well, then you're going to change or try to make a different beak to see if you can pick up more bugs. All right.
Okay.
Hey, Google.
Set timer for 30 seconds.
Okay, 30 seconds. And we're starting now.
That's cheating.
Why?
You can't just pick up a bunch of stuff and scooch all over the place.
Why?
Well, you never said that
wait,
was cheating.
You
That
have to get
wasn't-
them in your mouth. How many can you eat?
A bunch when I get a whole pile.
Cheating.
I never said that wasn't in the rules.
Well, yeah, you just gotta
You're
eat them,
such
though.
a cheater.
See how much time we got. Oh,
That's
the
what
idea was
cheaters
sound.
get. Hey Google, stop timer. That's what cheaters
I had
get.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
No, you
So you,
technically
didn't,
Ready to
you
eat.
got none in your mouth.
yeah, you technically got 11, but you didn't eat any.
Like
You
I
got
said,
0.
I'm extinct.
All right.
Oh yeah, kids. By the way, let your grown-up get very comfortable in their chair, eating their dessert, or their caramel latte, mocha, something or other,
Coffee.
before you tell them,
Okay.
hey, let's do a science project.
Now, I started thinking about the chameleon. I love to watch that big tongue go and grab that bug. So,
You could just be
How are you going to pull this off?
oh, sir.
You only get one hand. You can't use multiple.
I didn't say that. I said, don't touch the chocolate chips, is what I said.
Wait a second, I could have used like 4. I could have used like 4.
Don't touch, don't touch. You have to stand back here. All right. Now, I am going to create a sticky tongue. You ready?
Mhm.
Hey, Google. Start timer for 30 seconds.
It looks like there aren't any timers running at the moment.
Hey Google, set timer for 30 seconds.
30 seconds. And we're starting now.
She loves me. You're eating glue.
I'm not.
That's not really.
I'm not
a good example
touching.
for your kids.
I'm not touching the glue with my tongue.
You're gonna lose.
This probably tastes disgusting when they have all a bunch of
I don't
glue
taste
all
the
over
glue.
it.
I'm sure you don't.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not touching the glue.
Kids,
That
tomorrow
was
when
3.
Mrs. Mann is not able to open her mouth, you'll know why.
4.
Because her lips were glued together.
5.
You're gonna, kids are gonna be getting.
Oh, you only had 5. You died
Which
right there.
means-
I
along with me.
won!
Which means Jackson came in first place.
Yes.
Okay, Google.
I am
Cancel
the,
timer.
Mrs. Mann came in second place. Mr. Mann
Okay,
came
for
in
how
third
long?
place.
I am the smartest
Cancel
one
timer.
here.
So, now, I do
Alright, for how long?
forever.
No, don't tell her to shush forever.
Okay. So, now, if
Sorry, how long?
Okay, Google. Cancel.
if
No
Jackson
problem, nothing's been said.
wanted to, he could change his beak, or Mr. Man could change his beak, we could try different things. That's what I want you to do. I want you to experiment, try different things, and see what the best beak is. Now, this Google assignment that you're going to do asks you to record you using your beak. You can do that right on your iPad. All you have to do is hit the camera button and hit record. Okay, that's all you have to do. I don't need a long video, just you picking up a couple different things, just showing me how it works, okay? And then today when we get back together at 2 o'clock, we're gonna talk about what you did. By the way, Mrs. Mann did not get a single, not one little itsy bitsy teeny tiny bit of glue on my tongue. Not even a little, not even one little teeny tiny taste. But I wouldn't recommend using glue. That probably was a bad idea.
Send in a bit of
All
a
right.
message.
Okay, so have fun, and I can't wait to see your beak.